like you would give your child food no matter how you felt, you need to love them no matter how you feel, because that is a need. And without love, children are traumatized.
Easy target as well.
Yeah, they're traumatized and now they're vulnerable because there's a need missing. If your child was hungry and you didn't feed the child, you may end up hearing that your child is robbing the grocery store or something. Well, you wouldn't hear that your child is trafficked. My mom did hear that I was trafficked. They lied because they knew the truth. So they called my mom with the lie and say, hey, we seen your daughter out at 2 a.m. at a hotel with this woman. This woman's a pimp. And guess what? They never saw me, but they lied and said that because I wasn't. Mm-hmm. And they just wanted to bring it to her attention any way they could. They didn't have evidence, but they knew because of the circles they hung in. They knew. So they lied to my mom and told her a lie that was the truth. The story was a lie, but the situation was the truth. And they lied and said that to bring it to her attention. And then she confronted me and I said, no, of course not.
Girl.
I'm 17. I have no job. I have a car and apartment. Of course not.
Yeah, of course. And no question asked, huh?
Because I have money. Mm-hmm. And even if you are working at 17, what job got you in a car and apartment at 17?
To get, and the car wasn't a loan. It wasn't a loan car.
Yeah. And, to have designer clothing, to have everything like that, there's no child will have that. So that's also a red flag. If a child has all this designer clothing and stacks of money, don't listen to anything they say, because even if they're not being trafficked, they also may be involved in drug smuggling and other illegal activities. Money and a certain change in wardrobe and lifestyle is very obvious. And kids are stupid. They're going to want to show off, especially at school. They're going to want to show that they got the newest Nikes, the newest whatever. They want to show that they got a Birkin bag. They want to show. And
just
so
pay attention as a parent. Just pay attention. In general, pay attention. Don't be too carried away that you do not see these things. And sometimes I feel partners as well. Your man is not earning enough money, but then he has this car that's not a loan in the parking lot. Or guys are living in a big house or living
with a little paycheck. And the thing is, women, do you know if your man does illegal activity and takes care of you, you can go to jail for conspiracy unless you tell on him. So if you have a taste for drug dealers and criminals as boyfriends and husbands, please know that in the United States, you will be charged. If you count the money, even if there's no drugs in the house, if he never brings drugs home, but he brings money home and you count that money and you go pay the bills with that money, guess what? You're on the hook for conspiracy under federal law.
Wow.
That sound came out too perfect at the time.
Came too perfect. Anyway, I would like you to round up before we go, because you have said a lot. This is more than 2 hours and we just kept talking and talking because it's a whole lot. So what advice would you give for, okay, we've done too much on children, let's talk married couple. Like, how would you know your husband or your wife is, I'm going to record this as well, how would you know if your partner, being male or female, is involved in this life?
Okay, so sometimes they have you should have the code to your partner's phone, but you should never have to look in it. I have the code to my husband's phone, but I rarely have to go searching. If you feel the need to search and you are not typically a jealous person or an insecure person, if you feel pulled to searching, that's the Holy Spirit trying to let you know something's going on. So someone who is suddenly the same thing like with the children, you're suddenly coming up with designer this and designer that. The need to flaunt will expose. They're exposing and telling on themselves by the things they flaunt. If you are seeing